Washington Grown is made possible by funding from the Washington State Department of Agriculture and by the Potato Farmers of Washington. Learn why Washington is home to the world's most productive potato fields and farmers by visiting potatoes.com.
On this special season of Washington Grown, we're following Washington produce around the world. Here we go.
I mean, there's just stuff happening everywhere.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Yeah. I'm doing all the work over here.
That's a Tomas Deluxe. All good things are better shared, right?
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
I can't even walk.
We got a lot to explore and a lot to do, so let's get to it.
To Washington.
To Washington. Hi everyone, I'm Christy Gordson and welcome to Washington Grown. Running a dairy like this one here in Othello is a 365-day-a-year job by itself. Now add a bakery to the family business plan, and what does that day look like? Stay tuned because you're about to meet the Baginski family who's doing just that. We'll meet the family who's giving their kids a true farm-to-table experience. That's a true family experience.
It is, it is.
Yeah, my free-range children.
I love it. Plus, we're seeing how Washington Wheat is making sure Vietnamese baked goods are perfect.
US wheat from Washington. They can make the cake more softer.
Plus, we're learning how special weeding technology is helping a Washington wheat farm.
We think our wheat is the best in the world. The customers that we deal with tell us that.
All this and more today on Washington Grown. Here in Othello, the people are surrounded by Washington's amazing agriculture, and that means fresh produce. Potatoes, dairy, wheat, and more come fresh from the area. And here at the Cowpath Bakery, they're treating the ingredients right, making some amazing treats for anyone walking through the door.
You can taste the freshness, so that's what's really good.
We've always said in Othello, we just need a good bakery in this town. Now we have one.
I was helping him on the dairy when I first moved down here. We had 3 little kids, so stay-at-home mom.
Owner Janice Baginski and her husband Chris run both the bakery and a dairy. Although that keeps them very busy, they get a little assistance from some special helpers.
Yeah, my free-range children.
I love it.
They're really good kids. They make parenting easy. Nate, he's going to be 11 and he's trying to run the till, and Eli, he likes to build the boxes. And then Peyton, she's Peyton. She's Peyton.
Janice is just so talented.
When I want to have something sweet to eat, this is the place.
Don't miss later in the show when Janice and I make Cowpath's special raspberry rolls.
So we start glazing rolls at 6:30 tomorrow morning, so.
At the Cowpath Bakery, they're no strangers to using Washington milk products in their food. They know how important good ingredients are because they know firsthand where great milk comes from. Here at the dairy, Janice's husband, Christopher Baginski, is working hard to make sure his cows are happy and comfortable. But aside from his crew, he has a little help.
I got 3 kids. Nate here, is going to be 11 in October. I got another son, Eli, and my daughter, Peyton. And they're all involved. So
it's a true family experience.
It is, it is. They help on the day-to-day operations and feeding calves and cleaning. And you take care of the cows will take care of you.
And I can tell that these cows are well taken care of.
We keep a happy environment here. You got a comfortable cow. She's gonna lie down. She's gonna chew her cud. When a cow chews her cud, she's producing milk. And then we have exercise lots for our cows. So we give them their choice. If they want to go out and they exercise.
It's like a spa resort.
It's as close as we can to it, without a swimming pool and a massage therapist. So this is our parlor. So we're actually on the last lineup here.
Okay.
For the morning. So we start at 4 a.m. The cows come in side by side. They like to come in. They kind of have a buddy system. A lot of times you see the same cows.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in the morning
Really?
And there's certain cows that are always in the front, and certain cows are always in the back.
Now Chris is putting me to work.
So at first, we like to put on, this is a disinfectant. It's kind of an iodine base.
Okay.
But it's got little bristles to help keep them clean. And you'll go ahead and you'll wipe each teat clean.
He's like, nope, not having it.
This turns on the vacuum. Yep, and there you go. There's the milk comes.
Okay, I almost sucked her tail up there.
Now it's time for the grand tour.
This is where we raise all of our calves.
You are adorable.
Yep, this is a Jersey, and she's
Adorable. Hi, baby.
she's a little more than a month old.
I don't think a lot of people realize that you have to have baby cows to have milk. Right?
Well, that's just it. You want to have a calf every year, in that 15 months. So it just starts the whole milk production going again, right? So we use our own milk here. Any milk that cannot go into human consumption is fed to the calves. Yeah. Some farmers use powdered milk, but we prefer straight from the tank.
Yeah, everybody seems so content and peaceful here. I love that.
Yes.
This one over here really wants to be on camera.
Yes. This is a brown Swiss here, licking my finger, and they're very curious. And then we got Jerseys here next to us, and then the black and white are obviously the Holsteins. So we like the Jerseys, and they utilize their feed just a hair better than the other breeds, and they got a higher fat content in their milk. The Swiss eat as much as a Holstein, and they'll grow as big as a Holstein, but they have more protein in their milk. And as much as many people believe, they do not give chocolate milk. So, so this is what we call our freestall barn. And in here, this is where all the cows are housed. It's designed for this climate.
Keeps them cool.
Cool, exactly. Like we were just out in the hot sun.
Yeah,
and it's a lot cooler here. You get a little bit of a breeze, and that's the idea, that we don't have to really run fans in here because it's shaded. You get a nice airflow.
Yeah, it feels really good in here.
Yeah.
Happy cows.
Happy cows. Happy cows makes happy life.
About how much milk does a cow produce a day? I'll have the answer for you after the break.
Coming up, I'm making raspberry rolls at Cowpath Bakery.
When I whisk, I throw things around.
Yeah, try to keep it in the bowl.
And we're in the kitchen at Second Harvest trying Chef Laurent's Cannelé de Bordeaux.
A cow produces about 6 to 8 gallons of milk a day.
We're back at the Cowpath Bakery in Othello. With so many amazing and delicious treats made fresh in the kitchen, it's difficult for anyone to walk out of here without a box of goodies, or maybe even 2 boxes.
You know, I have a different favorite every week. One week it might be these caramel sticky buns, and then the next week the raspberry rolls.
We offer a lot.
Owner and baker Janice Baginski makes sure that the bakery is stocked with fresh-made goodness in the mornings. And with so many amazing treats, it's difficult to choose a favorite.
We always have cinnamon rolls. We always have bear claws.
For little tarts, I could eat those all day long.
The sticky buns.
The cheesecake is awesome.
We do a carrot cake, which is to die for.
I was looking at the strawberry rhubarb pies.
Literally, you can't go wrong with anything here, I think. It's all good.
Everything is made from scratch. If we can make it in-house, we will. They blame me for any weight gain. And I have one customer, he buys his bread through the drive-thru and he's like, this is amazing. And then he'll come in the door and he's like, I've gained so much weight because of you.
I get to bake with you. What are we gonna make?
We are gonna make a raspberry cream roll.
Okay.
So we're gonna make the dough, and then it's gonna have a raspberry and cream cheese filling. Raspberries are just coming into season, so the timing I feel like is really good.
I can't wait.
The unique thing about this dough, we use it for our cinnamon rolls at the bakery as well.
Okay.
We don't use eggs, which is different from a lot of cinnamon roll recipes.
Awesome.
So it just makes the dough light and fluffy and moist.
And we're highlighting the milk too.
And we get to use a lot of milk, which that's what we're all about.
Washington grown, that's right.
We start with scalded whole milk, canola oil, and sugar, and whisk it up. Then we add the yeast.
That's just gonna hang out.
Okay.
It can take a few minutes depending on how warm your
Longer
milk is.
if we stare at it.
Longer, yes, like paint drying.
Next, we add Washington's fabulous wheat flour. We add some salt, baking powder, and baking soda in and whisk it all up.
When I whisk, I throw things around.
Yeah, try to keep it in the bowl. The weight of this has been accounted for.
I know, right?
Put it on the KitchenAid and it's gonna do what we've paid it to do.
It didn't know we were paying the KitchenAid.
Oh, you know,
I'm doing this for free.
you get snacks in the end.
I get good snacks.
We pay you in raspberry
in
rolls.
food.
We mix the dough up, then let it rest. Once it's done, we roll it out. Then it's time for the cream cheese mixture.
I'm all about anything dairy.
You know, you have cows and a dairy.
Yeah.
So.
Next comes the raspberry filling.
Now the fun part.
Okay.
So you're gonna start at the top corner, and you're gonna fold down, and you're gonna go all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll, people. Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
So that's what you're gonna do.
Once it's all rolled, we cut up the dough.
So
This is gooey.
if you don't like getting your hands dirty, pick something else.
Right. No, this is fun. I love it.
We let the rolls rise, then bake them for 20 minutes. Once they're finished, it's time for the lemon glaze.
We prefer lemon because lemon and raspberries equals love.
Do you drizzle or spread? I don't know.
It's your show.
However
you wanna
winging
do
it, lady. Okay.
So we start glazing rolls at 6:30 tomorrow morning. So this dough is magic.
Oh my goodness. That lemon just adds a really nice tartness to it. It's delicious.
I haven't had one of these in a while. I'm so glad we did this together.
It was a lot of fun.
We should do it again.
You're a great
sometime.
teacher.
To get the recipe for Cowpath Bakery's raspberry rolls, visit wagrown.com. Here in Vietnam, the food is absolutely incredible. From the savory soups to the fine dining, everything is packed with flavor. But today we're trying something a little different, some amazing sweet treats from ABC Bakery.
You're quite famous.
Really?
Chef Cao Shu Look is very particular about his products. Every recipe is specifically designed to be the best it can be. And in order to do that, Chef Cao knows only the best ingredients can be used. His preference? U.S. and Washington ingredients.
We like Washington flour. The wheat absorb the water more. The quality is better. I believe quality. Quality is very important for us.
That quality is paid off. ABC Bakery has become one of the premier bakeries in Vietnam.
All the fast food chain in Vietnam, I calculated about 98% the customer is ABC supply. Whole the country. We use all the flour from US, Washington flour.
Yeah. The dough looks so perfect.
Yeah.
And fluffy and amazing. What a facility you have. A lot of bread.
This line, all the burger line. We make the hamburger bun line. Have a Burger King, KFC, McDonald's.
Wow.
Every day, 8,000 pieces.
8,000 buns?
80,000.
80,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh my gosh, so a lot. Those are perfect. That's like a big carousel of buns.
Many years ago, I have go to US. For example, the daily products, cheese and butter, something so nice.
Yeah.
But nobody to import the good quality from Vietnam. They worry about the price only. They don't worry the quality. But I'm different.
To solve this, Chef Cao came up with a special solution. His company would import all the specific ingredients he needed. Tomas is talking with one very special person who's in charge.
My name is Christine, and I'm the second generation of ABC Bakery.
So you probably grew up eating all that sort of stuff, didn't you?
We ate, we tried, we are the guinea pigs.
Yes.
Christine is Chef Cao's daughter. As the second generation of ABC Bakery, she knows that getting the right ingredients is the key to a perfect product.
Quality will be something that people remember. We always remember the taste that we eat when we was young, and we want to find back that taste.
You know, as we're in here and we're chatting, it's pretty comfortable. But you have other places that are a little bit more chilly, right?
Yeah, so I will let you feel the comfort here first. And after that, I'll freeze you, and after that, I thaw you.
Okay, let's go. Let's go check it out. Let's get chilled down. Just from there to here, we just dropped. This is really, really chilly.
Behind you, you will see a very big door.
Oh, this is a big door.
This one is going to drop you to -20. Here, we keep the finished product where we are going to export.
Okay, look at the frosty plastic. Oh, oh, woo! My shoes are sticking to the floor. Now we're in the serious business. This is where we're getting cold. Well, let's go talk some more,
I
but
think
not
you
in
have
this
to.
room.
I'm shivering.
To end the day, Chef Cow let us try one or two of his baked goods.
I cannot believe how many beautiful baked goods we have in front of us right now. We're so lucky.
I'm a little overwhelmed at
I
the
know.
amount of goodness sitting here.
US wheat from Washington. They can make the cake more softer.
It is so perfectly
Yeah,
spongy.
soft, yeah, spongy, yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's so soft. It does. It melts in your mouth.
Coming from Washington State, it fills me with a lot of pride to know that, you know, our farmers are producing things that someone in Vietnam is bringing to such life and flavor. Chef, this is incredible.
So you say delicious in Vietnamese. Right?
Ngon.
Ngon.
Yeah. Ngon, yeah.
Very nong.
Coming up, we're learning how special weeding technology is helping a Washington wheat farm.
We think our wheat is the best in the world. The customers that we deal with tell us that.
During our trip to Mexico, we had a dedicated team of amazing professionals making sure things went smoothly. Meet the leader of that team, Marco Albarone. Today, Marco and I are walking through the dairy section at the store. Although this might not look exactly like the dairy sections back home, there's a particular reason this milk isn't refrigerated.
We rely on shelf-stable products, so it's
Okay.
ultra-high temperature, so it's pasteurized, so people can store them at shelf temperature before they use them.
The Mexican market is importing between 300,000 metric tons and 350,000 metric tons year over year.
Mariana Lazama is the managing director for Dairy Gold Mexico. Because Dairy Gold is made up of family dairy farmers in Washington state, Washington provides an important trade connection to Mexican markets.
We are very proud to bring products from Washington. The interest and the connection between countries is really huge.
To see how milk goes from Dairy Gold to the stores, we went to a warehouse owned by Dilac. They import ingredients in order to make dairy products for Mexican consumers. Fernando Anaya told me that what they get from Dairy Gold is not what you see at the stores. Instead, the milk comes in powdered form.
Why is powdered dairy product so important?
It's the easiest way to move milk. It's better to dry the product and then just move the powder. So this product will be used for cheese manufacturing. It's very interesting to see how something that happened really far away from here, just seeing the cows and then see it, how the powder is going into these little Mexican companies manufacture cheese. Of course, the farmers are really important just for that to happen.
Dairy Gold also supplies ingredients for many dairy products, and we have these goudas from Nochebuena. This is something that we usually have, the gouda, and this is very good for our quesadillas.
Yeah.
So we use gouda in our quesadillas all the time.
Okay.
This is an everyday thing for us. Are we taking this for dinner? No, let's take them for dinner.
Well, I got my Fruit Loops.
Oh, yes.
But thank you for showing me all the great products like the milk. That's awesome. So I can have my Fruit Loops. All right, let's go.
My name is Gary Bailey. I'm a third-generation farmer. I farm with my brother Mark and my niece Erin. The Palouse is some of the best soils in the nation. Whitman County is the nation's leading wheat-producing county, so there's pride in that. We think our wheat is the best in the world. The customers that we deal with tell us that. We're stewards, and to me, stewardship means keeping it as it is, staying on top of technology, listening to research, and just doing what is responsible for the health of the ground. We want to leave it better for the next generation.
The newest piece of tech on the farm today is the Weed It technology, a special herbicide applicator that's more precise than anything Gary has ever used before.
It's a neat technology because it only sprays the weed itself. It doesn't spray broadcast. It actually reads the chlorophyll in the plant and sprays that plant. So it's quite sophisticated. As the machine is moving along and sees the weeds with the eyes here, it sprays them. So the sensor has 4 eyes, so to speak, and so when it recognizes a weed, the far right sensor would trigger this nozzle to spray that weed. So each sensor does 4 of these nozzles. If we've already sprayed it, it won't spray it again. This probably still wants to recognize the weed, but the computer's telling it, you've already sprayed it. We use our herbicides responsibly. We're not gonna just come out here and just flood the ground with herbicides. We look at herbicides kind of like you inoculating your kids. You want them to be as healthy as you can be, so we do the same with our wheat. We just did a small run. We covered 23.67 acres and used 26 gallons of material. That works out to 1 gallon per acre. Savings was 90%. So in other words, we sprayed only 10% of what we covered. That's where the weeds are. Okay, I just turned on the auto steer. And I'm not doing anything. And this is the GPS line, the little tractor follows that. Every generation has made advancements. There's new stuff coming down the pike that is going to be amazing. There's more advancements coming.
We're in the kitchen at Second Harvest Food Bank in Spokane, and it is time to taste some food, which we love, always love. And I'm joined by my favorite gentleman. We have Chef Laurent Serrati.
Hello, Christine.
Thank you for being here.
So good to see you.
And my co-host, Tomas.
Here we are again.
I know, we love it, don't we? We love Second Harvest. Thanks to Second Harvest
and we're closer.
I know,
it's nice.
It's very nice.
Good.
And we had just quite the journey with Washington Grown.
This season was unlike any other.
I know.
It was very special, very unique, and I'm just glad that the viewers at home got a chance to see a little bit of that.
Yes, and the baked goods in Vietnam. We had our share, didn't we?
We did. Well, and then you guys saw the spread of food that was in front of us. I mean, it was insane how much stuff was out there.
It's like how it should always be, right? If we're gonna taste something, we need to taste
it all.
A lot. Everything. And I also loved visiting, the family at Cowpath Dairy.
Oh, yeah.
Just seeing how the whole family gets involved, and it's a full family experience, and that's what I love about our Washington dairy farmers, our wheat growers, because when you put the two together, right,
we can cook.
We can make some delicious stuff.
Exactly.
Limitless things.
Yes, endless things. Yeah. But today we're going to cook a cannelé de Bordeaux. It's one of my favorite cake. It's good as a snack, for coffee, for break in the afternoon, for breakfast.
Anything,
anytime, yeah.
How do you pronounce it again? It's
cannelé de Bordeaux.
Cannelé de Bordeaux.
Yeah.
De Bordeaux.
De Bordeaux.
Cannelé de Bordeaux.
De Bordeaux.
So we're going to see how it's made.
Yes.
Our whizzes in the kitchen from Washington Grown and Second Harvest are gonna help us out. So let's see how you make Cannelé de Bordeaux. This is beautiful.
I know.
It's just a nice, fun little shape. This is impressive.
Yes, and so you were saying that we didn't use a copper mold, but
Yes.
the original recipe requires that.
Exactly.
But-
The recipe is with copper mold, but you can do it also with a silicone
Love it.
mold.
So it
It's
looks
great.
crispy on the
Yeah, it's
outside.
a 2-day recipe, so you have to.
2-day recipe.
2-day recipe.
Oh, so you
I'm
guys-
using my.
I'm just gonna go for it right here.
Let's go for it.
Gooey a little bit inside.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
It kind of reminds me of a creme brulee, a little bit. It's got like that custardy inside, and then you got that crunchy outside.
Yeah, the texture is amazing.
It's very crisp outside, very soft inside, and
Subtly sweet.
not too much.
Right.
You know, there's a little bit of alcohol in there to give a little flavor.
And what's the alcohol?
It's rum.
Rum.
Very
The
light.
whole flavor of it is delicious.
And one of the things I remember you talking about, Laurent, a lot was like the amount of sugar and salt. Sometimes I think we're accustomed to using too much. Whereas you get a recipe like this, it's subtle. It's there.
But it's not overwhelming.
Right.
Look
Exactly.
at that. So magic can happen when you put Washington dairy and Washington wheat together.
Oh yeah, the best
Right?
wheat in the world, Washington wheat.
I'm just sad I only got one.
There's more.
I think I'm
I saw
gonna
him in the
finish
kitchen.
it.
To get the recipe for Chef Laurent Zerati's Cannelé de Bordeaux, visit us at wagrown.com. What do you get when you start with the golden grains of wheat from the Palouse and add milk from a dairy in Othello? I call it delicious. That's it for this episode of Washington Grown. We'll see you next time.